بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Honorable listeners and viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the second Siyam Hatta Tahrir here in Johannesburg, being held virtually, inshallah, before we head over to roll this program out with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with your support and with your guidance in the next few weeks, two venues all over Gauteng, building on the great inroads and the great example that we have from the people of Palestine, and thereafter the great efforts over the past 18 years in the Western Cape under the auspices of the Muslim Judicial Council, the Al-Quds Foundation, and the ulama that have spearheaded these wonderful initiatives. We have a special guest who's going to be taking us to the time of Iftar, which is in Johannesburg in just around over 10 minutes. Before we hand over to Maulana Abdul Khalik Ali, I want to highlight a point this evening as the Hujjaj return home. Many of them, the first flights coming to South Africa, as I understand today, and many coming over the next few days. Hadith of Sayyidatina Salama, عن أم سلمة رضي الله عنه زوج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قالت: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: من أحل من المسجد الأقصى بعمرة أو بحجة غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. And this is a narration from Sayyidatina Salama, al-Mu'mineen radiallahu anha, who says that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that if anyone puts on ihram for Hajj or Umrah from Masjid al-Aqsa and then proceeds to Masjid al-Haram, all his former and latter sins will be forgiven, or he will be guaranteed paradise. And according to the scholars, this virtue of wearing the ihram from Masjid al-Aqsa has been mentioned in Abu Dawood, in Ibn Majah, in Ibn Abi Shayba, Abu Ya'la, Bayhaqi, Daraqutni, and there are also numerous narrations of various Sahaba radiallahu anhum who put on the ihram from Masjid al-Aqsa. Examples amongst them are during the Khilaf of Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Mu'adh, Sayyidina Ka'b. They led a group of Muslims to Masjid al-Aqsa where they wore the ihram and then proceeded for Umrah. And on another occasion, a man came to see Umar radiallahu an in order to seek his permission to visit Masjid al-Aqsa, and Umar radiallahu an replied, go and get ready for the journey. When you are ready, come and see me. When he was ready, Umar radiallahu an told him, go ahead and from Masjid al-Aqsa, go and perform an Umrah. Also narrated in the Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba that Umar radiallahu an, Ibn Umar radiallahu an, wore his ihram at Masjid al-Aqsa. The narrators of this very hadith, Waqi and Hakim, they also both wore the ihram from Masjid al-Aqsa before going for Umrah. And the point that I want to raise is when people come back from Hajj and Umrah, this yearning is created that we make our niyyah, we make our intention to go for the journey of Hajj or Umrah. But a mistake that we make is very often we are spending so much on the journey. We could spend a bit extra, combine Masjid al-Aqsa in this journey, or in addition to that, another mistake that's being made is very often when people go for Hajj and Umrah, sometimes they do Al-Aqsa afterwards. They do Al-Aqsa after they go to Makkah and Medina, whereas these ahadith clearly state that it is more virtuous to put on the ihram at Masjid al-Aqsa. In other words, visit Masjid al-Aqsa first, follow the footsteps as mentioned in the hadith, as mentioned by the Sahaba, and thereby we will get this reward of, as the hadith says, one will have his former and latter sins forgiven, and he will be granted paradise. The last word on this, a post put out by Mufti Ayub Makunji on this post of this point a while back, where he says that if all of those who have the means to do so visit Masjid al-Aqsa, Masjid al-Aqsa will become a better frequented place by the Muslim world. And in that respect, Muslims would have a greater influence over the masjid, which at present finds itself under the sway of others. Let us aspire to fulfill this sunnah, inshallah, and make intention for our future trips, not only during Ramadan, but throughout the course of the year when it comes to ihram. It is now the very blessed moments coming up to the time of Iftar. A few words of advice from our respected elder, Maulana Abdul Khalik Ibrahim Ali, the President of the United Ulama Council of South Africa, senior member of the Muslim Judicial Council. And we hand over to Maulana, inshallah, for these few minutes for advisors and dua leading up to the time of Maghrib. Maulana.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والعاقبة للمتقين والجنة للموحدين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أما بعد. To our beloved, respected Maulana Hafiz Ibrahim Musa and the entire team of the Palestine Information Network, and all of our brothers and our sisters, and all the Sa'imeen and those who are partaking in this particular program. I greet you all with the universal greetings of peace, love and mercy, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring peace to the Mubarak land of Al-Quds and Masjid al-Aqsa al-Mubarak, and free Masjid al-Aqsa al-Mubarak from the filthy clutches of the Zionist occupiers and their supporters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a'malus salihat. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the glorious Quran continuously inspire us through the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase or to do good deeds. These good deeds we are able to do through the tawfiq and the mercy and the grace of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and therefore we cannot sufficiently thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for affording us an opportunity to do an act of righteousness. We constantly must be in a state of thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this particular instance, the siyam on a Monday and on a Thursday is a great sunnah of our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to keep fast on a Thursday. And therefore, when the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam uphold the siyam, the fasting on a Thursday, we do so because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did fast on the Thursday and on a Monday. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also taught us that through the barakah and through the blessings of our a'malus salihat, we are able to draw the mercy and the rahmah and the nusra and the yard of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For a moment, let us reflect upon this beautiful hadith reported by our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that speaks about some people of the past who were traveling and they were caught up in a storm and they seek refuge in a cave. And during their stay in the cave, their opening closed, due to which they were not able to exit. These three gentlemen agreed amongst themselves that we should present our a'malus salihah to Allah and to be able to say to Allah, oh Allah, through our amalus salih, open this cave for us, remove this rock that has fell in front of this particular opening of the cave. And each of them presented their case to Allah in the instance of amalus salihat. Today we are fasting, and Allah has chosen us to keep siyam, and we would want to encourage and to add the intention with our siyam to say, oh Allah, we are fasting today because it is a sunnah, but also we are fasting that through the barakah of our siyam, that you must remove the Zionist occupation from the city of Al-Quds and Al-Masjid al-Aqsa al-Mubarak. The beautiful words expounded by our beloved Maulana Hafiz Ibrahim Musa to have encouraged the Ummah that we must occupy and keep on visiting Masjid al-Aqsa al-Mubarak is indeed in line with the beautiful words of encouragement that has been presented to us recently by Dr. Khalid Al-Awaisi, who visited the shores of South Africa under the auspices of the United Ulama Council of South Africa and all of our partners. It is here at this Mubarak Waqt when we are finding ourselves about at the moment of Iftar, that we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dua and seeking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah accept our siyam and Allah be pleased with our amalus salih. And through it, we seek from you that Allah liberate the Mubarak land of Al-Quds and Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa Al-Mubarak. Don't underestimate the power of our amal, and let us place it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seek from Allah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must accept it and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must make it a means of liberation. I would like to compliment this noble effort of the Palestinian Information Network and the entire team and whoever is behind this particular initiative. May Allah reward you. May Allah grant istiqamah. And through the barakah of Amalul Salih, Wallahi al-Azim, we are laying down the foundation for the liberation and the freedom of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa Al-Mubarak. We make dua Al-Fatiha. Let us all make dua and seek from Allah through the barakah of Amalul Salih. And we start by reading Surah Al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم ارزقنا جميعا يا رب العالمين ووفقنا الصلاة في المسجد الأقصى وهو حر عزيز يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا صلاة في المسجد الأقصى وهو حر عزيز يا رب العالمين. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى المبارك من أيدي اليهود الغاصبين وثبت أقدام المرابطين والمرابطات وانصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وثبت أقدامنا وتقبل منا صيامنا وتقبل منا جميع أعمالنا يا رب العالمين بالتوفيق من الله تبارك وتعالى. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Barakallahu Feek, Maulana Abdul Khalik Ibrahim Ali, joining us live from Cape Town for these special moments. And indeed, the fasting until liberation program, Siyam Hatta Tahrir, continues in Cape Town at a physical venue, and we hope to learn many more lessons from this unique experience. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in that leg. There is yet to come. We've got it a bit earlier here in Johannesburg most of the time. But Barakallahu Feek, shukran for your time, and all of you out here in Gauteng, just keep a lookout for the exact times in your particular area, sunset past or going to pass in the next few moments, and thereafter go by the times in your local localities, inshallah, and hoping to meet you at a masjid close by to you. Please be in contact with us, info@palestineinfo.org, communities who are interested to host this initiative and be part of the first few who inshallah will lay the road for many more to reap the goodness that will come from this. Barakallahu Feek. From myself, Ibrahim Musa, and Maulana Abdul Khalik Ibrahim Ali, the rest of the Palestine Information team, and the rest of everybody who is part of this initiative for the khair and the strength of this ummah. Barakallahu Feek. Wassalamu